Alright, welcome back to, I forget which part this is, I think it's part 23 of Mega Man Battle Network 3 White version. Time to dig into more of the end game, or, well, not end game, post game rather. So, I did a lot of grinding off screen. Those who saw what I did in blue version, I think you already know what's coming. So, did some farming off screen. Last thing we did was I was trying to hunt down Shadow J. I called it Shadow 1J because I was still thinking in terms of Battle Network 2. In Battle Network 3 there's only one type of the Shadow battle chip. So yeah, it's just called Shadow here, and I did get it. So let's go ahead and trade with this guy. I came from far, far away to buy rare Ectopian chips. But I haven't found the chips I was searching for. So, my friend, let's have a little chat. Got the Shadow J? Wanna trade for my Anti-Sword Y? I mean, I think we already have an Anti-Sword Y, but... sure. Good going, kid. You know it. Now I can return home a happy man. Alright, so there's that taken care of. Let's make our way to the chip trader, but before we start our chip trades, there's a lot that I need to show you from what happened off-screen. In blue version, my off-screen activities took like 5 hours total, but since I kind of knew what to expect and knew what I was doing, for white version over here, things went by a lot more smoothly. Here's a little summary of what I did. So first I went back to Wily's Island and I challenged Dex and Tora to get their battle chips. There are 2 fights that you actually have to do with Dex. You have to fight Gutsman Alpha, which I'm not showing here, and there's another fight after that with Gutsman Beta. The Gutsman Alpha fight, I think, is guaranteed to drop you a Gutsman V2. We already had one because we defeated Dex during that one battle when Chisao first showed up to town. If you don't win that battle, the story continues and you just don't get your Gutsman V2. At least I'm pretty sure the reward was a Gutsman V2 back then. But yeah, this is an opportunity to challenge Gutsman Alpha, just in case you didn't beat him during the story. And then, of course, once you get to challenge Gutsman Beta, you can come here and challenge Dex as much as you want. A lot of people like to farm Gutsman for bug frags because getting a counter-attack on him for the final hit is pretty easy. Next we go after Tora. This was one of my easiest matches against Kingman yet, if I recall correctly. He went down pretty fast this time. And yeah, I could have done a program advance back there, I think, but I preferred having the flexibility to time my attacks whenever I wanted. Gotta love how Sensor just stun locks so many enemies. Of course, I made a silly mistake there, which was trying to activate a second sensor on a panel where my first one was already sitting. It doesn't replace the old one. You have to actually wait until the old one expires. So, yeah, I think I make that mistake a couple times in this montage. After defeating Tora, I went into this wall computer over here because I wanted to grab the Timpani battle chip in Star Code. One tactic that works here is just using copy damage. Gets you the double delete. You can get Timpani in Star Code if you S-rank in under 5 seconds without using the Buster or Navi chips while using the custom style. here we go after Mistman. First you have to fight his alpha version, which will drop you a guaranteed Mistman. And then for his beta version, well, you'll see. He's actually not too bad. Once I got to learn his moveset, it wasn't too terrible. This Poison Mist, when I first encountered it, I thought I couldn't move around here because it reminded me of Thunderman's Clouds from Battle Network 2, but you actually can stand in his Poison Mist. Only problem is, well, it's poison, so your HP starts draining. But at least it doesn't, like, make you flinch or anything like that, so it's not going to interrupt your attacks, and it's probably better than, you know, taking a fist from behind. But kind of like Bullman in White version, Sensor 3 is really effective against him. You can pretty much stun lock him. And then here I did cut out some battles where the only reward I got was Zenny, so you're only seeing the ones where I actually got the chips. As per usual with Navi rematches, getting the V3 was actually easier than getting the V2. The V3 is practically guaranteed. Once you S-rank, it's either that or you get 2000 Zenny. The V2, on the other hand, is a bit harder to get, so for the V2 I actually end up changing my Navi custom using that collect program. But yeah, not too bad if you've got a bunch of sensor battle chips here, which I definitely did, because in White version I was a lot luckier getting Sensor 3 to drop from those chip traders. It just depletes his HP so fast, it's crazy, and combined with an Elect style, I get to keep him in place even longer, so yeah, that's all nice. I just felt like my charging time was, I don't know, longer? Because my experience doing that whole stun lock cycle with Plantman, I felt like I was doing it more reliably with Plantman than I was over here with Mistman. Anyway, I change up my Navicust, as I mentioned earlier, to add the Collect program. This just guarantees that if it's a drop between Zenny or chips, we get chips. I still need to test it out and see if you still get chips even at really low busting levels that don't have chips in the drop pool. I would wager the answer is no, but I need to confirm either way. It's bugging me, and I really want to know, what did the game developers decide for those situations? Do they give you the pity chip anyway? Or do they not? So yeah, you can see those weird HP numbers that I'm getting. That's because I'm stepping in poison. And it drains your HP fast. I mean, look at it go. This isn't the equivalent of standing on a poison panel. Those things hurt. You don't want to stay in them for too long. It's just the lesser evil compared to tanking punches from Mistman, which I still do anyway. One nice thing about Rock Arm 3 is that it does force the lamp to sit still for a second, leaving it vulnerable for the Condor, so that's something at least. And with my last 21 HP, I got myself the win. And there's our Mistman V2. I haven't even tried the chip yet, so I'm not sure what it does, but we'll see. I change up my Navicust again, returning it to what it was before. You're gonna see me do this a lot. Because there are viruses that I end up hunting that require me to use those Navicust programs that help you attract viruses of a specific element. But yeah, I go to this editing room and I hunt down these twins in order to farm more of Team 1 and Team 2 in Star Code. Odd discovery here is that even though I did the copy damage to the one in front who's supposed to take the hit first, I guess it recovers quickly enough that by the time the one behind gets hit, it's already treated as if it's on the field. So yeah, that first double delete you saw with the copy damage, it's interesting. I didn't think it would work, but I tried it anyway, and it did, so great. I also grabbed a Fanfare Star over there. I farmed multiple of those Team 1 and Team 2 star chips, by the way. I just didn't show all of them. But yeah, Fanfare, I would not recommend hunting it down in that same computer where you're hunting the Team 1 and Team 2, because it's always paired with two other viruses, and the likelihood is that you'll get the chip for one of those other two viruses instead. So I would recommend getting the Fanfare Star if you're looking for it. I would recommend getting it from the Numberman thing in Higsby's shop. Anyway, I farmed some Rock Arm 2s, as you saw, and also Rock Arm 3 in C code. Then I went over here to Hades Isle and switched to the fish program in my Navicust to attract these cold heads. And here's a strategy that works for double deleting them fast enough for the custom style to let Ice Ball in Star Code drop for you. I go back to my normal Navicust settings because now we also have to face off against Drillman. Yeah, I mistakenly said, I don't know how many times, that Drillman Beta was in Undernet 7. That's wrong. His security cube is in Undernet 7. The man himself, as you can see, is here in the Hades Isle network. So yeah, once I figured out a little bit more about how he works, and got a little bit lucky, admittedly, it wasn't too bad. So Bubble Man, I had to go with this first because this was my only chance to land the hit. But then Sensor, what's nice about it is that even though he's in his invincibility frames, look, the Sensor penetrates through invincibility frames. So you can do this sort of stun-locking cycle where you hit your target Navi with something that does enough damage to put them into their invincibility frames, and then summon a Sensor, and that switches them to stun, which leaves them vulnerable to another attack, like say a Step Cross, and by then they go into their invincibility frames again, and then the Sensor attacks with yet another pulse, stuns them again, leaving them vulnerable for another hit. Like, it would take some practice, and it might not work against every Navi, but that's definitely, some useful tech. So don't sleep on the Sensor. We get to challenge Proto Man for a second time, only a second time. We don't get to challenge Proto Man Beta quite yet. I did better against Proto Man here than I did for Blue Version. For Blue Version, I was almost dead when I defeated him, and somehow I S-ranked him in Blue Version. Here I didn't get the S rank, but I still got the same reward, which is the Proto Man V2. I think it's a guaranteed drop regardless of your busting level. though it could also be coincidence. So yeah, Proto Man has some new moves. Yeah, you're not seeing them in this fight. I guess we'll see them whenever I fight his beta version once that's actually unlocked. Sensor, you probably want to actually angle it this time, because if you put it right in front of him, he's just going to slice through it. But yeah, there you go. I scored some cheap hits on him that way. And yeah, that's what often happens when you try to plant Sensor. Proto Man just destroys it. Especially if you put it right in front of him and then he does that sword wave attack and cuts right through it. So your best bet is to go on the opposite side of the field from him and plant your Sensor in a corner and hope that he shows up on the opposite corner. And here, Bubble Man gets his revenge against Proto Man. And there you go, that's the Proto Man V2. Not sure if it's a guaranteed drop, but it feels like it is at this point. So yeah, Chad refuses to challenge you again until you demonstrate that you're stronger. We jack into the door sensor computer next and install Oil Body to attract fire viruses. There are 3 different fire encounters you can get here. One of them is this right here, which includes the Hot Head. The strategy I came up with is plant your totem 2 and then quickly do copy damage on the Hot Head just in time to hit both of the fishies so that it takes double damage from the totem. And of course we got the Custom 1 Navi Cust program from leveling up our custom style there. Keeping the Oil Body on, I went through the Drillman shortcut in Scilab to Undernet 6 to attract this virus because I wanted Discord in Starcode. I had to think about this a little bit, how I wanted to do it, but ultimately the strategy I came up with was don't use copy damage at all. Take advantage of the grass panels and... Actually, I don't think I even needed the grass panels there. I think they both had less than 140 HP. Anyway, went back to my normal Navi Cust, then turned back to Undernet 5, which is where you pop up when you use the Drillman shortcut in Scilab anyway, and I farmed until I got Holy Panel and Starcode from Brushman. If you don't have a sensor to go through the Dominerd, don't worry. Undernet 5 does have Brushman encounters that don't involve Dominerds at all. That's where I would recommend you go to farm your Holy Panel and Starcode. I switched to the Fish Navi Cust program as you just saw, and opened the Drillman Cube to get my Gut Impact J, and I cannot pass through here yet. Only the King of the Undernet may pass, unworthy one. And yeah, we can't go through here yet. This was the battle I was looking for with the Fish Navi Cust program. There are so many aqua viruses in this area that even with fish, you're still only getting like an 11% chance of this, and you get the Metagel 3 in U code if you take advantage of custom style and meet the conditions for an S++ rank. What did I do here? Oh, I installed the Battery Navi Cust program. I don't need it for this TV, but I jacked into this TV to farm some Rock Arm 1s in Starcode. Not as strong as the Rock Arm 2 and 3, of course, but it is a Starcode, so you could use it to cheaply get rid of a 100 aura from like those Scuttle viruses, for example. Here's me farming, of course, more of my precious Sensor 3s. In B code, you can get them to drop if you have custom style on you, and again, meet the S plus or S plus plus conditions. Then I switch back to my normal Navi Cust settings and take on Darkman Alpha. Not too bad of a fight, actually. You just kind of avoid standing in front of him for too long, and you should be good. And yeah, you can stun lock him with the sensor. Here, I made a fatal mistake in staying in front of him. I shouldn't have done that. That ended up costing me my sensor. If I had not stood in front of him like that, my sensor 3 would have lived and continued zapping him for a couple more shots before he moved to another position. And yeah, don't do that. Don't summon the sensor on your side of the field because his bats will take it out. Summon it on one of his panels instead if you get the opportunity. Otherwise, I guess, tank the damage and block the bats from killing your sensor. And there you go, that's Darkman taken care of. I farmed 4 of these because we don't have a bunch of Invis star chips in white version, so yeah, I farmed a bunch of the Shadow battle chip in star code, so now we actually have some defensive options that give us invincibility. Anyway, now that that is taken care of, let's go ahead and take care of our next order of business, which is chip trading. We already have pretty much everything. So, not really anything new to get from here, just more copies of the good stuff we already have, hopefully. And maybe better codes. That rope one reminds me. While I was off-screening for blue version, I did experiment with the rope battle chips, and I now understand how they work. So the way they work is, any of the 8 panels immediately surrounding Mega Man, if there's a targetable virus or navi or object when you press the button, then vines will sprout, kind of like the vines that the Plant Man battle chip summons. Of course, if you try and use it on a fast-moving enemy, they probably won't get caught by those vines, but if they do, then yeah, they get trapped the same way Plant Man traps targets, and that's a good way to hold things still. Enemies that move around too much, maybe it would be effective against those stupid ratties, for example. Ooh, I will take that. But yeah, rope is not very good for dealing with the Drill Man, because he zips across the screen too fast to be caught by the vines. Would have been nice if it did work, but unfortunately it doesn't. Yeah, not seeing much of anything that good. Okay, Y code, yeah. We can build a folder around the Y code. We can build something decent around that code. Step Sword N, why not? Well, I guess with a G code, yeah. It wouldn't be a bad addition to a Gutsman folder. Poison Mask in A code. That's the one that we want for the program advance, although I'm pretty sure we already have it. Yeah, I think the conclusion I arrived at when doing these chip trades in blue version is actually a valid one. I think next time we're just going to use Higsby's 3-chip trader, because that comes with the chance of dropping some of those Elemental Plus chips. I'm pretty sure you can get them from these red chip traders too, but it's just the pool is so much bigger. So for those specific chips, it's actually easier to get them from the 3-chip traders. I mean, the 3-chip traders give you literally more than 3 times the number of total trades. So, yeah, more chances, less rarity. Oh, well, there we go. Like I said, they can drop, it's just because they're not considered that high rarity, you are ironically more likely to get rarer chips. But we'll probably get a whole bunch of these Elemental Plus chips later today, because there's one more place where we can get some, well, where we can get a chance at pulling some chips. Z-code is not bad for Needler 3. I haven't really used Plasma in a while, but sure. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. More burning. Okay, do we have enough for one last trade? I think we do. Whoops, don't want to throw that out. Let's keep some rock cubes. Okay, last trade gives us a Mole 1-0. Well, isn't that nice? The last trade I did on the recent part of blue version gave us a Fire Raton. So, yeah, blue version did better on that last trade. Anyway, where were we going next? Next thing we need to do, actually, is claim our last virus chip. Because with that, we should be able to complete the standard chip library. We're at 199 out of 200. We're missing a single chip. And that virus we tamed last time will give us our 200th standard chip. So here we go. Yes, please. We've seen all this before. Where's the part where he talks about Scuttlest? Sounds mysterious, and they misspelled mysterious. We've developed a new chip as a result of our research. Use this chip in battle to call a Scuttlest from here. And that's all. Please come to feed the viruses sometime. I'm sure that the viruses would love to meet you. And feed the viruses I did. They've got just... I almost completely fed them. I wanted to save a little bit for, you know, on-screen activities. So, yeah, I just gave them all to this red one for now, but Once we find the Omega version, we'll just redistribute the food to it. Anyway, if you feed them, what they do is they scratch about on the ground. It looks like that was all the food these viruses want. Let's go and try feeding a different type. So yeah, now that they're completely fed, nothing. And that's because we're not done with these viruses yet. We need to get the green one and the pink one next. So yeah, once that's taken care of, then we can actually get the hint on where to find the Omega version. Although, I already know where it is because internet. Other than that, before we head over to Secret Area, we have a couple more things I want to do. One of them is, well, actually, let me check my chip or not my chip folder, my chip pack. There was... I wanted to check my Mega Cannons. Let's see. Okay, I already have Mega Cannon in S code. I guess it must have dropped from the chip trader at some point. Either that or I bought it from somewhere, but... Either way, if you don't have Mega Cannon in S code, this is super important to get in white version, because in white version you will not get Mega Cannon P to drop from virus battles. And if you want to do the program advance for Mega Cannon, you can get the Q and R naturally. You don't have to do anything beyond, you know, the usual criteria, get the right busting level and have a bit of luck. But Mega Cannon S in white version can only be obtained by using custom style and getting the S++ busting level. So, very important to farm it. It's not actually that hard to farm. I guess since we're already in AC/DC Town, I might as well show it. But in here, there's like... I think you have like a combined 40-something% chance of an encounter that's just 3 Mega Cannons. Oh, and also you see over here, the 200 is glowing yellow in our chip library over there. Our standard chip library is now complete, and it's nice that they put that color highlight there to give you some sign that you're done. But yeah, there's like a 40-something% chance of getting an encounter that's just 3 Mega Cannons here, arranged in a way where you can just step cross them to death, and that's not the one. That's one of them. The other one is just this, but in reverse, with 1 cannon in the middle row and 2 in the front. So basically just swap those 2 rows, or columns rather. And yeah, if I had step cross here, this would be an easy S rank, or well, in custom style it's an S++ rank, but yeah, that's how you would go about farming the Mega Cannon S. Whenever you get custom style, hopefully it's closer to the end of the game where this tank computer is actually available to you. Whenever you do get it, just come here and farm yourself a Mega Cannon S real quick, if you are on white version. Either that or just hope you get lucky with the chip trader. Because yeah, for some reason, only blue version lets you access the Mega Cannon in P code. Both versions let you get Q and R. Only blue version drops P, and then only white version drops O. And then to get the S, you need an S++ here. So yeah, it's pretty much your only option apart from just getting lucky with the chip trader. Okay, now that that's taken care of, our next order of business is... We don't even have to move from our spot. Our next order of business is inputting all of our compression codes. Yes, there are cheat codes for the Navi Customizer. So what we do is, let me remove this temporarily, is you hold select, or if you're on controller, I guess it would be left or right trigger, and then you input a code. And actually, let me go ahead and switch on my keys so you guys can see what I am doing. Okay, that should be visible now. So I've got my Z key is basically my A button, X is B. I use C for my RB and A for my LB, and then of course you've got the arrow keys. So holding down your left or right trigger button, or in my case it's the D key, and then you input the appropriate code to compress your programs. So for Super Armor, it's up, right, up, RB, up, down. And that shrinks it down to this size. Next up is Brake Buster. That one's code is R, A, B, down, L, L. And by R and L, I mean RB and LB, of course. All it does is just remove one square off of each of your Navicust programs. It doesn't work on things like Attack Plus and Speed Plus that have this grid pattern on them. It only works on the programs that, you know, have passive effects and aren't just raw stat boosts. Brake Charge is going to be B, A, left, LB, up, B. And that affects both brake charges, as you can see. Set green, down, RR, down, B, left. Set ice is going to be A, up, left, RB. Set lava is going to be B, right, B, RB, A. Set sand is going to be left, B, up, left. Set metal is B, RB, right, LB, LB. Set holy is A, B, RB, left, RB. Custom 1 is going to be right, up, left, B. It'll be interesting to see because there's another custom 1 that we'll be getting, which is yellow. It'll be interesting to see if it comes pre-compressed once we get it, or if we have to put in the compression code again. Okay, next up is block, which is going to be down, B, up, down, A, left. And now I can actually stuff it in here if I want. Shield is left, right, down, RB, down, RB. Reflect is B, up, A, left, B. We cannot compress energy change, or press, or alpha. These three story-related programs cannot be compressed because they're mean like that. Let's see. Next up is Sneak Run. which is going to be RB, LB, B, down, down, down. Oil body is up, right, A, RB, and up. Fish is LB, RB, down, up, right, right. Whoops, no, I misread it. LB, RB, down, up, left, right. There we go. Battery is right, RB, LB, left. Jungle is A, RB, left, B, A. Collect is going to be B, down, right, RB, right, right. Air shoes is up, BB, down, A, RB. Undershirt is left, up, B, LB, left, up. Can we compress rush? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, so that's gonna be LB, A, down, B, B, B. Probably never gonna use it, but we'll see. I mean, it's for PvP stuff, which I might try once in a blue moon, maybe. But I'm mostly a single-player guy. I didn't announce what my inputs were for beat and tango, did I? So for beat, it was A, down, A, RB, and then A again. And for tango, it was A, down, left, LB, LB, and RB. And we can't compress weapon level. What is the next thing to compress? Next thing to compress is bug stop. There it is. So that's B, down, up, B, down, B. Humor is up, RB, A, left, right, right. Black Mind is, we're probably never going to use it again, but right, left, right, down, RB, down. Buster Max is down, A, RB, RB, LB, left, left. And Dark License is going to be RB, LB, RB, down, left, B, and RB. And I guess I missed Fast Gauge somewhere? Where did Fast Gauge go? Oh, Fast Gauge was just before Rush. Okay, so temporary removal of Fast Gauge here. And then we're going to do B, down, A, RB, left, RB. And there we go. We're going to be getting another program later today, so I'll wait on redoing my Navicust because I'm going to need to think about what I want to do once we get that program. Anyway, off to Yoka we go. Unless I'm forgetting something else. Let me check my notes real quick. We did that, we did that, we did that. Did I change up my chip folder to include more Navi chips? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I've got more Navi chips in here. Yeah, we're good. I still haven't confirmed whether or not using Navi Recycle counts towards the team style. Probably not, because it's about sending the Navi chip. Right, we were going over here to Secret Area 1. Well, actually, our true destination is Secret Area 3. Oh, and Famous's wristband. So I talked about this in blue version, but the wristband that we got from Higsby's Lotto machine. It turns out that what it does is... Whoops, not what I meant to do. Turns out that what it does is it modifies this punk download chip. It modifies some of the attacks that Punk's download chip can do. So, yeah, we'll deal with that later. I don't plan on downloading those chips until after we're done with some of our post-game stuff, which will probably be next time, judging by how far we got with blue version. I'm just gonna run because I can. That's one thing that's nice about this post-game area versus Battle Network 2's post-game area. We can actually run from viruses here. Oh! I forgot about the green mystery data. Maybe I should go back and pick it up. Then again, yeah, I can just farm green mystery data off-screen if there's anything specific that I want from it. Alright, easy double delete. Yeah, let's try this route first, because I think I saw some mystery data there. Was it on this side? Yes, it was. And Curse Shield 1 and Star Code, in case you needed a little bit of help getting the Curse program advance. Ooh, let's try our luck. What do we get? Shadow Star. Well, I guess that's one that I can trade away to somebody who wants it. But I've already got my 4. Nothing there. Okay, so last time we forgot to talk to this guy. I should save here because I don't want to walk all the way back. I can just reload. Yeah, you. Bookfrag Trader 300. So, yeah, we'll figure out what he means by all that later. And yeah, we got a blue star on the title screen there because we completed the standard chip library. Do I want to do this? Sure, why not? I was hoping that volcano thing would move right behind the... whatever it was called. Crasher, Basher, Smasher. I didn't pick up on its name. That was very sloppy. Oh, wait. We're not going this way. Let's open this door. I think we opened it last time and grabbed this, but then I had to reload the save because I was in a really good spot to find the Shadow J. Yeah, that's what it was. Let me think. This is what, 7, 8 hits of 40? Yeah, it should be enough. Don't you dare. Oh no! You know what? Let's just run. Okay, now that all that's taken care of, we can finally make way towards progression. Oh. Well, it's not like we can do anything with that. Yeah, it's not like I can push that thing back or anything. So unfortunate. Yeah, that's something that can happen if you tap the A and B buttons. What you're really supposed to do is time it so that you press the buttons when Beastman's attacks actually hit a panel, but you're better off just mashing the A and B buttons, and if you do that you can get some extra hits in. It'll count as multiple instances of the same hit. Okay, there was this hidden path over here, which gets me... Oh, no, I don't want that. Not yet. There was... Yeah, over here. Let's go ahead and save and see what's in store for us. Here's another round of sequential battles. That's it. This is a very disappointing opening hand. I think I'd rather just re-roll. Because once that shadow starts moving, I don't want to deal with that. There we go, that's more like it. Double damage on ice. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's use plant man. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter for this. I was gonna say to get more points towards the team style, but it doesn't matter for these. Well, this'll be easy. There's gonna be a tough one coming. Oh boy, is there gonna be a tough one, and it should be tough because the reward is busted. Oh! I didn't switch directions in time. I was hoping to take both of them out with that. Well, that's okay. That just means... Why did I do that? Maybe playing this late at night wasn't such a good idea after all. Too many brain malfunction moments. Okay, let's try this first, and then this, and then this. Oh no. There we go. Hopefully keeping my keys on display is helping teach you guys how some of these button commands work. Speaking of button commands, I did play around with variable sword and... well... the most powerful thing you can do with variable sword, I was able to pull it off, but it seems to be like 50-50 whether or not I can put the commands in time, because you do have like a time limit, and if you don't put in the button commands in time, then it just doesn't work. You just get a normal sword instead. So yeah, not the biggest fan of it. Maybe I still need to train my muscle memory for it a little bit. But there was one that was a lot easier, even though it's less damage, so we'll see. Maybe I'll show that off at some point. Though probably not today. Okay, let's take two of you out. Oh, never mind, it's all three. Because right, Plantman's extra damage instances are fixed damage. They're not affected by like type advantage or a Navi Plus or anything like that. So I guess they're also not affected by holy panels, which is good. Okay, Flame Man, I'm counting on you here. Yes. Okay, Red Devil needs to go, and I don't have anything to deal with him. Well, Condor does double damage on viruses that are 3 panels away, so let's eliminate one of the totems. Oh, right, I have to eliminate both totems anyway. Yeah, I remember what happened with this in blue version. That's right, because they just keep healing him. So, yeah, you can't take out the Red Devil first even if you wanted to. That's not gonna work. This will, though. Okay, now I just have to wait for the right opportunity. I guess I could try life sorting him. Let me think. Well, yeah, all the good places to target this thing would be the corners, so the ice isn't going to be a concern. Perfect. Oh, and we're done. Alright. And we get Anti-Navi and M-Code. I think I already had one from the chip trader for blue version, but here's your guaranteed one. You need this for a program advance. So yeah, M is a very important code to get for Anti-Navi. Now then, over here, I think it was down this way? No? Well, let's heal up. Plantman, plus 40, and Navi Recycle. Although we probably don't need the Navi Recycle, we'll see. Yeah, we didn't need it. Okay, where were we? Oh, right. That's what I remembered. So before you hit that door, there's this security system. Let me see what it was again. Okay, yeah, just need a triple delete with 400 damage. We'll just use Black Bomb 3 for that. Black Bomb 3 and a grass stage. There you are. We'll replace... Let's replace a bubble side. And then grass stage. Oh, and I didn't equip the new folder. There we go. Well, how about that? Really? Okay. There we go. No, actually wait. No, not that. I mean, it probably won't matter because the bomb activates at the same instant, but I don't want to risk it because the Heat V will hit that one in the back. Yeah, let's just go with Heat Shot and play it safe. Okay, there we go. And for our efforts, we get an HP memory. That puts us at 980 HP. Our last HP memory is not something we can access here. It's hiding in Undernet 7 beyond those doors that we can't get through. The doors and the curtains. Okay, do I want... Yeah, let me roam around for a bit and refill my HP. I probably don't need a full bar, but... And I forgot to switch my... Switch folders. There we go. Okay, now time to look for some trouble. Wow, really? I'm saving because I want to be able to re-roll my encounters in case I get something that's not very friendly. If I eliminate the Metrodo and the NO, I should be fine. Oh. That was terrible. Actually, let's expand the hand. There we go. Alright, now, let's face off against our next foe. You may pass, O possessor of the greatest power. So, yeah, in this case, greatest power refers to having a Giga Chip, which in this game is the Navi Recycle. No, it doesn't have to be in your folder, you just have to have ownership of it. You just have to buy it from that bug frag dealer.
You, the blue Navi, wait! You there, let me get a look at you. I'm JapanMan, the greatest spear fighter ever. And I shall shish kebab you if you try to go any further.
What's this guy's problem? Watch out for him, Lan. He looks pretty good with a spear. And I feel even more power from him than I did from Darkman.
Are you ready to meet your maker? I usually don't like to take on kids, but orders are orders. En garde.
Here he comes. Battle routine set. Execute. So, yeah, not too terrible. He likes to come up close and hit you with his spear, and once his HP gets low, he starts stealing your area so that he can get even closer. Yeah, that's his move. He summons these little foot soldiers that are gonna start coming in from behind him, and they're just gonna walk up to your panels and start stealing them one by one. They're kind of like the slime viruses that drop the Metagel, but faster. I haven't gotten a single Navi chip to appear, come to think of it. Oh, and you can eliminate them before they steal your panels. That's good to know.
Ugh. I cannot believe I was defeated by such a little whelp. Serenade, please forgive me. Ah!
I don't remember his voice hurting my throat that much when I did this in blue version. Wow, was he strong. Looks like he was one of Serenade's followers. Wow, I wonder how powerful Serenade will be. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Alright. Maybe we should wander around a little bit here and recover some HP again. There we go. Hopefully it's a good one. Oh god. Well, that's one of them eliminated. Ah. Might as well just take it out of the rotation. Okay, I'm full. Let's run. Okay, perfect. Now, next destination. You may pass, O loving rearer of many. And that is something you get by finding all of the tameable viruses. I don't know if you actually have to feed them and get their virus chips, but you have to get all of them. Not necessarily all the Omega versions because, well, we still haven't completed the Scuttle family yet. I don't want to deal with these guys today. Although, I'd rather deal with the Fire and Aqua versions than the Wood version. The Wood version is terrible here. We're about to fight it, actually, because here are the last two viruses we need to tame for the main Scuttle family, and then, of course, the Omega version later. So, yeah. Kill that Wood one first. Kill the Wood one first. I can't stress that enough. Really? You're just gonna... The Wood one is... I mean, you probably noticed it. The vines grow a lot faster than what you get from, like, the Viney and Viner viruses, that family of viruses. Those vines are really fast. Well, I guess we can plant man them. Okay, that takes care of the main threat now. Ah, thought I'd be just in time to dodge it. Oh well. I could finish you off with this, but I'm not going to. Oh, never mind. It walked right into it. I guess it's not pink. I guess it's more of a... I guess it's more of a gray. I don't know. It always seemed pink to me. I mean, like, the color of its eyes and forehead are closer to a pink, but... Okay, I guess it's more like white. I noticed that when looking at the virus chip earlier. Okay, that's one of the things that we get from following this little press path, and then the next thing we're about to see. Oh boy, you are not ready for what you are about to witness. I think I'd rather run. Okay, so next up is this thing right here. It's a bug frag trader. Insert 10 bug frags. Well, we've fed all our viruses, we've cleaned out all the bug frag shops. There's literally nothing else in the game you can do with bug frags at this point, so yes, insert 10 bug frags. This is what that cloaked navi was hinting at earlier, in case you didn't see this already in blue version. And there's JapanMan in Y code. Yes, he drops in Y code. I looked into this after noticing this in blue version, and apparently his Japanese name is Yamato Man. I don't know why they didn't just keep it, but localization is weird sometimes. So yeah, we're about to get some really busted chips from this thing because I farmed way too many bug frags. We're probably gonna get repeats of all the stuff that this thing can drop because we're gonna quickly run out of new stuff for this thing to drop. The way bug frag traders work is, well, the way traders in general work is that you have, what is it, like a 25% chance of it giving you something that you don't already have. So yeah, if we run the list of things that we don't already have, that's not that big of a list. We should be seeing something new on average once every, like, 4 attempts, which I guess so far the newest thing we've gotten was just the first thing, the JapanMan. So we're actually kind of unlucky right now, but that's okay because there you have it. Because I've got a ridiculous number of bug frags, and it's almost impossible for me to go through as many bug frags as I have without getting literally every single thing. There's Darkman V2. We can get pretty much every Navi chip except for Bullman and Mistman. Those, the only way to get them is to fight the Navis, and if they're not available in your version of the game, you have to trade them with somebody else. And there's Flameman V4. Yes, there are V4 battle chips in this game. I feel like I mentioned that before, but the way you normally get V4 battle chips is by deleting them in under 20 seconds with an S rank while using the team style. That's why you postpone getting the team style, because there's not much point in getting it early when you don't have all the navis unlocked, but by the time you do get all the navis unlocked, you're in post-game territory and you have access to this thing, so they really kind of killed the bonuses that the team and I guess also the custom style have to offer. The custom style is still a little bit better off because say you do get, you know, those exclusive battle chips that normally can only be obtained through custom style. Suppose you do get them from chip traders. If you wanted more and you wanted to target them in a specific code that can drop from a virus, there's still a point in pursuing them the normal way using the custom style. But with team style, once you get a V4 Navi chip, it's not like you can use multiple copies of it. So there isn't much point. Team style is really getting the short end of the stick with how broken these chip traders are. And there's anti-damage in M code. Great. That allows us to do the what's it called? The bodyguard program advance now multiple times if we can get another anti-navi M. And what was the third thing we needed? It was anti-navi and anti-damage, and I'm blanking on what the third thing was that we needed. Oh, the Muramasa. So yeah, if we can get another Muramasa and another anti-navi M. Actually, I don't think that can drop here. Can it? Probably not. Another Black Bomb 3. All of my Black Bomb 3s are in L code. There's another anti-damage. Now it's just messing with me. But yeah, you get a lot of these elemental plus 30s, and this is the only chip trader in the game that can drop the attack plus 30. Okay, and this scene plays once you've spent 300 bug frags. So yeah, that Navi who was telling us about the bug frag trader, he said 300 and he didn't explain. This is what he was talking about. Once you get this scene, you have to defeat, well, the boss of this area first, and once you've done that, and you have to leave the area after getting this scene. So once you've done those two things, and you come back here, there will be a special battle which we won't be seeing today.
I wonder what that growling was.
Ooh, nice. You're guaranteed to get the Guardian O from, well, once we unlock that last part of the Undernet in Undernet 7. It's going to be one of the blue mystery data drops that you can get. And there's a Drillman V4. S-code is not terrible, but not one that I've been using a lot. And there's JapanMan V4. We don't have his V3 yet, do we? I mean, by the time we're done, we probably will. I don't think I've ever gotten Lance in H-code before, in either version. There's a Flashman V4, 120 damage, which can be doubled through the power of ice panels, and quadrupled against aqua-based enemies. Anti-sword in U-code. What would that work with? I'm trying to think what else I have in U-code. I know I've got, like, the Metagel 3 in U-code. Brass Stage W. Would have preferred it in Star Code, but... Oh, wait, I already have it in Star Code here. I don't have it in Star Code in blue version, though. I don't know if Star Code can even drop for these chips. And there's Plantman V4. So we could check that off the list as well. Pawn and B code, not bad for the Proto-Man folder. J code, not too terrible. A lot of elect-based chips seem to drop in J code. A second Zeus Hammer, well, don't mind if I do. Magnum 3 in W code. Well, I suppose it makes the W code a little bit less situational? That's not the right word. It helps give, if I ever need chips in W code, I guess it helps, you know, make the W code a little bit more tolerable. gives you more options, but yeah, that's a code that I don't see a lot of. Poltergeist. Thinking about this. What's the maximum number of summoned objects I can even have? I can have 2 rock cubes. If I try to summon a 3rd rock cube, it's gonna just take off the oldest one. Right? Yeah, I think I can have 2 rock cubes on the field. And then I can, without destroying the rock cube, I learned from fighting Bubbleman that I can also summon a fan without getting rid of my rock cubes, so that's an option. That would probably be the way to get the most damage out of this thing, and I think it's like 200 damage per object thrown. Gotta wonder if it drops in other codes, though. I mean, if we're just gonna throw rock cubes and stuff, those are in star code anyway. C is not a bad code for that. There's Bubbleman V4, alright. One more to check off the list. I can't wait to see how much of the part this trading session is going to be. And there's the JapanMan series complete. Well, kind of. There's also V5 Navi chips, but those are Giga chips, and those are not gonna drop from here. There's Desert Man series complete for now. Another Sensor 3B. Well, I suppose it's there in case I want to put it in multiple folders. Bamboo Sword W. Okay, W code is starting to look better. Haven't seen that one in a while. There's Darkman V3. I forget if we already got his V4 or not. There's Anti-Navi W. I mean, couldn't we just, you know, take that W, flip it upside down maybe, and give me a free Muramasa? No? That's okay. Usually one bodyguard program advance is enough to, if not kill, at least bring most Navis to near death. As long as they don't move around too much anyway. I would not recommend using bodyguard against Beastman, for example. He moves too much. Alright. Then there's Darkman V4. And And there's Proto-Man V3. Now the Proto-Man series is also complete. Wow. Who would have thought holding down B makes it that much faster? There's a Metal Man V4. What's left? Oh, speaking of Metal Man, I don't think I fought him off screen, did I? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna have to check that. Hold on, let me check right now. Was that my first Metal Man V3? It is! I knew I forgot something! I knew I forgot something. Well, I'll fight him again later, just for the sake of fighting him. Anyway, let's resume. Alright, that's Beastman ready to be replaced in my chip folder. Why do I get the feeling that anti-damage only drops in M code? Wow, that was 3 C's in a row. After all that trouble I went through farming the Shadow, only to have it drop in the right code here of all places. I think it's safe to assume that I have plenty of every elemental plus 30 chip at this point. And a Navi plus 40. It's always good to have more of those too. Pretty sure I have every code of Tornado by this point. There's Drillman V4 in case I didn't get him earlier. Ah, there we go, more prisms. Having more prisms is good. There are some interesting things you can do with prisms, and if you have more of them in your folder, you have a better chance of actually being able to use your strategies. And there's a full cust. Always good to have more of those too. And that Recover 300 was also W code. W is winning. Another Navi plus 40, let's go. Just need one more. Actually, can I have more than one of the same Mega Chip if it's not a Navi? Because we already know if it is a Navi, you can only have one of each version. I'm gonna have to see, can I put 2 full custs in my folder? Ooh. That's where the fire raton was hiding. It didn't drop from the normal chip trader because it wanted to drop here. Yeah, that's the story behind that. That's why our earlier chip trades were so unfortunate. Almost there. There's an attack plus 30, alright, I didn't get that in blue version yet. Okay, now let me check my library over here and see what I actually have in terms of my Navis. Roll doesn't have a V4 or a V5 for that matter. Okay, good there, good there, good there. Got you, got you. Got your V4, got your V4, got yours. Oh, right. Mistman V4 isn't gonna drop from the Bug Frag Trader. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, we did get all of them. Okay. Good, good. Now, let's head over here. Oh. Let me grab this first. So that's Sanctuary and C code, so there's your guaranteed Sanctuary drop. Oh, and I forgot to change out my chips. Let's go ahead and do that now. Beastman V3, let's swap you out for Beastman V4, wherever it is. Oh, there's Beastman V4. There's Plantman V4. Flameman V4 was one of the earlier ones, I believe. Let's see. There's Flame Man V4. And then when did Bubble Man V4 drop? I think he dropped later. Yeah, he's closer to the top. Bubble Man V4, where are you? There you are. I think that's 10 shots. Or was it 9? I think it's 9, and then Bubble Man V5 is 10 shots. Yeah, that would have to be it. I have a Lance Z, right? I should have a Lance Z from somewhere. Well, if I sort everything by code, and then scroll to the top, let's see, Lance in Z code. I'm pretty sure I got it to drop earlier today. Yeah, there it is. Swap that out. That's more compatible with what I currently have. And resort this in alphabetical order now. And yeah, I think we should be good with this. I don't think I have anything I want to set as a regular. Maybe Totem if I want to heal, but... Oh, and maybe I should do that, actually. You know what? No. Okay, let's get this started. So this one's gonna be tough, but... Yeah, be ready. Make sure you have some sword-based chips, because I'm pretty sure there's a shadow or two in here. Have some breaking chips, all that. Actually, you might want some chips that change the stage as well, because there are going to be, like, cracked fields and whatnot. Maybe I should do that, but I'm just going to go in with what I have. This is like 20 battles in a row that you have to do, and they are tough. But the reward is worth it. Not good. Ah! Let's think here. What can I even do here? Oh, come to think of it, I also got a Boomer 3 in Z code, didn't I? I should have remembered that. I might be able to pull something off here with the sensor. Really? Wow. And here I thought having wood style on blue version was too fatal. Give me a totem. Please, a totem. Yes, thank you. There. Aww. Well, at this point I might as well just wait for totems to come out and heal up. There we go. Oh. All that waiting for nothing. That's a facepalm moment if I've ever seen one. Okay, last time I tried this it didn't work. I tried to step cross the Ella globe as soon as it stepped onto that back panel, but it was too quick. Oh. Well, that's nice. That went way better than it did in blue version. I'm only doing this for the invincibility frames. The Trumpy needs to die first. Yeah, I guess Plant Man could do... Ooh, actually... There we go. I need to practice the flame spread with Flame Man. That's something that I haven't been able to do yet. This is the one. Yeah, if I plant it right there, they're gonna area grab soon anyway. So, eliminate one, and then let them area grab and walk into the next one. No! You weren't supposed to do that. Okay, this should work. Yes. Yeah, we'll just go with this for now. Don't even start. This will have to do. Yeah, let me heal. And all will be fine. So far, so good. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, didn't even need the navi recycle. Plant Man again, please? No. Let me think about this. They're going to... I think this will work. If I take advantage of... No, wait, they're going to be standing on holy panels. Ah! Okay, I think my strategy is going to be... back up a step. Actually, no. Move forward a step. Yeah, and this is gonna force one of them. There we go. That's much better. What was I thinking? I should have done that from the get-go. Well, my health is full. Perfect. Oh, actually, come to think of it, that combo would have done like... Let me think about this. That combo would have done... How much damage was the lance again? 130 or whatever it was? So 130 plus 2 instances of 140 from the totem because it pushed the virus from the back row to the middle row, letting it take damage on 2 panels. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh. We can end this very easily. If you let these guys live, they turn their entire field to ice. So you better have something that can break through their defenses. And here, I learned my lesson from last time. So, the Joker Eye up there in the top is going to aim diagonally down. So, you don't want to put, for example, your sensor over here. You don't want to put that. You know, in the enemy area. I want to do step cross and boomer. And for no reason whatsoever, let's just, yeah. Sometimes it's fun to be a little overkill. I think that was exactly how I ended it in blue version too. I just backed into the lava panel and did a step cross. Ah, you. How to deal with you. Well, I suppose we could... Oh, yeah, this'll finish them. I'm glad I remembered to put in my V4 Navi chips. Oh my goodness, that extra bit of damage helps. Oh, no! Oh my goodness, it didn't even wait. This is bad. This is bad, 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 bad. What do I even do here? Let's think. Well, that Scuttle Omega or whatever it's called can't hop onto that cracked panel, so I'm safe from it for the time being. I have enough time to heal. Boomer 3 might be my best bet for dealing with that Dominerd, though. Ah! Okay. Oh god. Now I have to do the whole thing over again. Well, that's what happens sometimes. You don't get the right chips at the right time. A sensor would have easily helped me deal with that one. Here we go again. And I thought this part was gonna go by faster than it did in blue version. Boy, was I wrong. No totems. Not good. Still no totems. There we go, that's better. Whew. That is not something I want to deal with every day. Aww. Well, at this point, yeah, let's heal up. Okay, if I'm fast enough and lucky enough. Oh my goodness. This thing is so atrocious. Oh, all my navi chips came to party at the same time. I'd really like to wait for some healing. Okay. That spiky is easy enough to dodge. Oh, it's easy enough to dodge, but it's also unpredictable in its movements. It could just run into the flame of my totem. If I can even get a totem, that is. There we go. No! That's exactly what I was afraid of happening. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to test out how many instances of damage BubbleMan does. Okay, just as I thought, 9. It's dead. Yeah. That was bad timing. Just gonna wait for totems. Throw those out. That should be everything we need. Okay, we're full. Let's see you out heal this. Okay, first turn step cross, that's all we need. Oh. Sure, why not? I didn't even need to button mash there. Perfect. No step cross. Ah. This really could just end with me not having to do anything, yeah. Sensor 3 continues to prove that it's one of the best chips, if not the best. Aren't you glad I farmed 4 of these? Oh, I'm so glad I discovered that strategy. It almost feels unfair now. No Plant Man this time. Guess we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Uh-oh. I might be in trouble here. Plant Man could finish the job, but let's stall and heal. Okay, that works too. Then I can't step on there. Yeah, let's just get rid of the NO then. Just before it rose up to shoot me. Perfect. Well, not perfect. I didn't come out of that unscathed, but... Okay, this. And it was the last fight, too! It was battle number 20! Oh my goodness. That is mean. Well, we've got sensors now. Yeah, you go ahead and try it. I'm stuck. This is not good. Not good at all. Well, if I step on that panel, it won't be able to stand on it. Yeah, that's one way to dodge it. Kind of. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I should be able to, at some point... Oh no! Oh my goodness. I guess the secret is to let that Slimist live. I didn't have such a hard time with that fight in blue version. What is going on? Ah, no luck this time. I don't even know what happened there, but I'll take it. Alright, now let me heal up. Oh, there they are. Okay, Plant Man finished the job. No step cross. Ah. Well, at least I can try getting rid of the sorties. Yeah, they're dead. Right, I remember now. This thing moves fast. You don't get many opportunities to attack it before it starts attacking you again. I could have waited, but I didn't want to chance it. This is not good. Well, at least I got one instance of healing from that. Alright, we got another one. I guess, yeah, we'll take those out. I know I've got one more sitting in there somewhere. No? Okay, well, I guess we end this. I could have sworn I had another totem to use. Yeah, let's get those out there. You can have it. Okay, this should be it. Oh, right. What am I thinking? The easy strat. I love how reliable it is. I don't even know how or why that worked, but I'm glad I came out of it unscathed. Okay. The storm before the even bigger storm. You can't even call this the calm before the storm. I need to take care of that Dominerd first, somehow. And I don't think I have the means to do it. Okay, that'll keep it stunned for a quick minute. What's the state of my field? That thing is coming for me. And from where I stand, that thing is gonna move up. it's gonna crack that panel and won't be able to move. So it's gonna be stuck in that top row for a while, which buys me some time. If that Dominerd comes to attack me there... No, it wouldn't work. Can't target it with Beastman. Boomer 3 is not enough damage. Well, wait. Beastman plus 40... Oh. Actually, this could work. Aw. I was hoping to get a double instance of damage on it. I'm dead again. It's so over. Oh my goodness. What do I need to do differently? Do I really have to set a field chip to my regular chip just for that one battle? If I had gotten my sensors in any of those fights, I probably would have been fine. The Dominerd would have been zapped and temporarily stunned. Well... I guess there's also air shoes. Okay, fine. We will forego the... We will forgo the Navi plus 40 to put air shoes in there. My goodness, this part's really gonna turn out to be 3 hours long? Wait, did I save? There. Those air shoes are gonna sit there being completely useless for 19 out of 20 battles. But if that's what needs to be done... And then there's this guy. Well, at least we can sacrifice the air shoes. Alright. Take a life sword to the face just because. Oh, wait. Better. Don't need them, but might as well use them anyway. I don't know why I did that. What was I thinking? Well... yeah, I suppose we could do this. And this should save us. Perfect. Okay, good. Step cross. We can end this quickly. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see here. If I were to step up, then... No, that's not gonna work. Oh, but what I... I can do this. Okay, that takes care of one of them. Yeah, this should do it. Really? Okay, now you've done it. Yeah, as long as I have Plant Man, I'll be fine. No, if I wait to heal up... If they're both on opposite sides of the field, they're guaranteed that one of them will hit me, and I'm not taking that risk. It really is just that one last battle. I should have done the Z's. What was I thinking? It's fine, as long as one totem comes out. Yeah, that's all we need. What do we do about this one? We don't have a step cross. And I can't boost my Bubble Man because I took out my Navi plus 40. That should be enough damage, right? Yes. Alright. It's payback time. It is so over for you guys. There. Whew. Alright, our reward for this is the Hub Batch program. So, Hub Batch, first of all, let's compress it. Where are you? There you are. Hub Batch, so its compression code was B left A down down up LB. Okay, Hub Batch. So it says become one with your Navi, which doesn't tell you much, but basically it's kind of like what the Hub style did in Battle Network 2. It gives you the effects of super armor and let me think. Super armor, break buster, break charge. It gives you, I forget what it was called, but the one from the shield style where you can hit back left to summon a shield. And I'm blanking on the other stuff that it does. Oh, and it gives you Custom 1 and Mega Folder 1. And it gives you Float Shoes and Air Shoes. Which would have been nice to have for that one last fight. I still can't believe I made it to that fight 3 times and lost it 3 times. But yeah, that's Hub Batch. Now, the downside is that it comes with an automatic bug, which cuts your max HP in half, but you can get around that using the power of Bug Stop, of course. So, you decide, do you want to work with half HP, or do you want to also have this thing taking up space in your Navi Cust? I mean, to be fair, this thing is basically condensing like 6, 7 other Navi Cust programs, actually more. This thing has like multiple Navi Cust programs in it at once, so might be worth it to put the Bug Stop in there, but I will deal with it later once I figure out what it is that I want to go for. Anyway, that is Hub Batch. Now we've got one last thing to do before we leave for today. Just one more security program to knock out. Oh, and let's get the air shoes out of here. I love how they don't attack it. That's nice. Get out of here, and let's grab our Navi plus 40, which is going to be in the ends because now we have multiple of them. There we go. Actually, I'm probably going to need to change up my chip folder again anyway, once we see what this security system has in store for us. Although I'm pretty sure it's identical to the one from Blue version. Not even gonna deal with those guys right now. Was there anything back this way? Yes, there was. Anti-damage in S code. Okay, so it doesn't only drop in M code. We were just lucky with the bug frag trader, apparently. Do it again. And now my health is full. Okay, let's see what the arrangement was again. Okay, same as in blue version, so I need to take care of those two first, and then that last one in the back. Okay, so what I'm gonna want to do is copy damage and life sword to take care of the first two. And then grass stage and flame man for the last one. Okay, let's remove the navi plus 40 again. And we need grass stage and copy damage. There's copy damage. Oh, haven't passed the G's yet. And there's a grass stage. Sure, let's put it in Plant Man's place. And that should be everything we need. Yeah, I'll leave those in there so we can add later. I was hoping to get another B chip, but I guess luck wasn't on my side. Well, we can throw all of these out now. Don't need any of them. Almost got our life sword there. There's our copy damage and our life sword. We're good to go. Alright, and Flame Man will take care of that last one. There's our Flame Man. And Navi Recycle just in case it doesn't work. Done. Okay, remove grass stage and get back our Plant Man V4. Where is it? Oh, it's at the bottom. We only had one copy. Okay, there's Plant Man V4 again. And then copy damage. Replace with Navi plus 40. Alright, we should be good to go. Grab the mystery data, and it's another anti-damage. Okay, and this is where we will be stopping for today, so next time we will deal with this monolith and deal with that next security system, which I believe is going to be the toughest one, and I think it's the last one too. And yeah, we'll follow this path to the final boss of this area. Let me think. There is some stuff that I'm going to need to do off screen, I think. It's just not coming to me right now. Oh, yeah. We're going to need to... Well, I guess we can do that on screen. We're going to locate the Omega version of the Scuttle virus for our virus breeder next time. And I guess I need to do a fight with Metal Man just for the sake of having done it. I don't know if we lose anything for not having done it. It's not like there's a security cube for him. He's not one of the, criminal navies that has a security cube in the undernet or anything like that. But I'll just fight him off screen for the sake of fighting him. Just in case it's, a condition for something in the post-game. What else? What else? I can't think of anything else right now, but yeah, I guess this part ended up being about as long as it was for the stream, which is not very common. Usually the white version parts are shorter because I already know where everything is and I don't have to spend time dilly-dallying and guessworking, but well, this time a certain Dominerd said no. It is what it is. Hopefully you guys learned from my failures. Sometimes you just have to tolerate chips that you don't always use for the sake of, surviving specific battles that are much harder otherwise. It is so unfair that that thing just gets to use Get-In, and gets to use it so early too. I thought the way that it worked was they would only use it if they were the last virus on the field, and they wouldn't even start attacking until they were the last virus on the field too, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to review the footage and see what happened for that fight in blue version. If it was even the same exact fight, it might have been different, because there are differences between the two versions. I don't know. The battles looked pretty much identical to me, so I kind of doubt it, but maybe that one final battle was different? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to see what happened in blue version. Was I really just lucky, or was I playing better? Is it just that I decided to record this too late at night and I'm just not at full mental capacity? I don't know, but that's enough of me rambling. Next time we'll do the rest of this area, and we should be pretty close to finishing the post-game content. After that, I might be trading some chips with a friend of the channel to fulfill the conditions for some of the post-game objectives. If that doesn't pan out, then I might just be stopping once I get as far as I can get on my own. And that'll be that, and we'll move on to something else I haven't picked yet, but I'm gonna, take a breather and play a different game before going to Battle Network 4. Haven't fully decided what that game is yet, but I have some ideas in mind, so we'll figure that out once the time comes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something new today from all my blunders and failures. Like in the last part of both this version and blue version, I'm pretty sure I've been blundering a lot. Or maybe the post-game is just that challenging. Either way, it's all teachable moments. Anyway, have fun, take care, and I will see you in the next episode.